Hello, everybody, and welcome to my first masterclass. My name is Ariel Matzkin. I'm the CEO of Immergo, and today we're going to talk about the challenges of multiscreen or OTT platforms in the world. So, let's start. In the last pretty much 100 years, the TV has evolved from the regular black and white analog broadcasting to what we have today, which is a streaming OTT that anyone can reach anyone anywhere. And that might be a very, very simple solution, but it's very hard to do. So today we're going to go item by item and start talking about how difficult it is to make us watch video the way we are used to watch video. So we have the content delivery. That pretty much is we want to send content to anyone anywhere on any device, and the amount of devices has grown significantly, bringing additional layer of challenges. Okay, so we have pretty much three groups of devices. So we have the mobiles that we all familiar. Smart mobiles include well, smartphones and tablets, mainly Android and iOS. Then we have the PCs, which we have the Mac OS and the Windows, and then we have the big screens that is also divided into two. We're going to call them smart TVs and connected devices, and we're going to talk a lot about them during this presentation. So, as we said, content should be delivered anywhere. So a user is used to consume the content regardless of his geographic location, and that brings a challenge to the content owners, which are the rights to distribute. So each content owner have rights to different places in the world. So the system should be able to deliver the content in such a way that you'll still maintain yourself within the legal rights of your content. So you need a strong geo-fencing logic within the platform to be able to distribute different content to different locations based on the legal rights you have. We also have different type of commerce. So we have subscription, we have transactional, we have advertising, and we have different platforms who do it all. So subscription, we used to know them pretty much as Netflix, okay, which is like really the biggest today in the world. You pay a monthly subscription and you can consume as much as you want. You have transactionals, which has iTunes pretty much is the biggest as well in that section, where you pay to consume a certain content in a certain time through a certain period. You have the advertising based, and the advertising is a huge world. We're gonna have another masterclass only on advertising, but you have client side, server side, pre-rolls, mid-rolls, end rolls, lots of options, and then you have platforms who do it all. So if you want to compete, you need to be able to give a solution that has all the commerce, depends on the way you want to proceed with your end user. The biggest challenge on that is that the user is used already to consume video over OTT. So anyone of your potential clients will probably already consuming video through Netflix or any other. So your user experience should be as nice as it's already in the market and intuitive already in the market, but still needs to have some type of difference so they know that you're not one of many, but you have your own identity. And it has to be able to live within all the devices out there. Okay. And we spoke about the devices earlier, but the user experience brings the challenge that it has different type of navigation. So we have the remote control, right, for the big screens, and then you have the mouse for the PCs and the fingers for all the mobile devices. So we need to create a platform that it knows how to deliver to all of these devices, have an intuitive UX UI, still have a different between all your competitors, and on top of everything has the commerce types and the legal that you need into it, the legal rights of your content. All of these should be combined into a platform that is easy to use, not only for the end user, but also to the operation side. We're going to go back to this point, but right now I want to focus on the big screens. So the big screens is the new kid on the block. In the last few years, it's gained a lot of traction. So in the States and in the United Kingdom, we'll see a huge penetration. I think that this is the device that has the strongest penetration into the market. Here I presented some data on the penetration of the markets in the United Kingdom, in the United States. Okay, here also, and we believe that in the States, by the next couple of years, all the houses will have at least one type of a big screen that is a smart big screen. And when I say by smart big screen, it can be a connected device, and we're going to talk about connected devices, or the native smart TVs that it's been sold out there. Okay, so we're going to start with the smart TVs. Today we have five big players in the market. We have Tizen and WebOS. Tizen is Samsung, WebOS is LG, Vida is iSense, Roku, and Android TV. So each manufacturer today will have one of those five operation systems within his set. The market distribution is the big two players are LG and Samsung, but Android TV has a lot of penetration because it's an open source software. So anyone who doesn't have an operation system will probably put an Android TV into it. And Roku is here, although it's a small portion today of the market, but it's a very, very strong growing device or operation system that I believe we need to put a lot of emphasis today. Well, I just read a few days ago that 50% of the revenue of advertising on smart TVs last year in the States went to Roku. So this is an operation system that is very, very strong and growing, and we need to pay attention to it. On the connected devices, we have the four players: Apple TV, Android TV, Fire, and Roku. The big difference is obviously, well, operation systems and price, okay? But the market is distributed pretty much equally between all of them. And I believe that in the States, most of the smart TVs, well, most of the big screens will be connected to one of those four operation systems. Okay? So if we look at the market today, the smart TVs will have, on the market of the big screens, right? Smart TV will have a little bit over half of it. And then connected devices will have 35%, and the rest will be on game consoles, which we're not talking today on game consoles because it's still a breed of that is different. It's less broad. It's more focused into younger people, which play their games and consume also OTT through it. We dedicate another chapter of the masterclass to the connected consoles. So I will try to summarize a little bit about all those challenges that we spoke about today. So we have type of devices, we said three, right? TV, mobile, and computers, okay? Which have, each and every one of them has a different type of navigation, the remote control, the fingers, and the mouse, okay? We have two different type of aspect ratios. So we have horizontal and vertical, depends on the device, right? Most of the mobiles will be vertical, and all the others will be more of a horizontal aspect ratio. We have 12, yeah, that's grown, 12 operation systems that the applications should work on the different 12 operation systems. We have endless amount of screen resolutions. That's a challenge that the apps should be able to work on each and every one of those resolutions. Okay, and then on managing it, you have 10 different stores that you need to upload the apps and manage those stores in each and every one of those. Okay, so that brings a lot of challenges. And what I say to my clients is, if you need to look at the points that you want to have on top of your mind when you are either launching or operating in OTT, you want to have a smooth onboarding process. So you don't want to spend months and months of creating an OTT platform. You want to have something that is configurable and dynamic and can meet your UX UI needs, but in a very, very smooth onboarding process. You want to be able to obviously support all the devices out there. You want to be able to have a configurable artwork, meaning that the look of your app will be presenting the brands that you have and the brand book that your company has. You want to have an intuitive UI because people already know what an intuitive UI is, and you need to live within this world. Okay? You want to be able to support all the commerce types, so you won't have you won't leave money on the ground, and you'll be able to collect as top money as top dollars as possible. You want to have a seamless app application because we have so many stores that you need to manage on your day to day. Okay, and you want to have one place that controls everything. You don't want to go different type of operations and different type of admins to do different type of uh, actions to control and operate your apps or your system. Okay, and another thing is very important is an intensive third-party integration, because today your OTT platform is the hub, but it lives within an ecosystem. And the ecosystem has, for example, syndication, where you need to be able to syndicate promos or trailers and promote your brand, right? So syndication, for example, or MRSS input and output, because we share content with partners and we receive content from partners, and we want to have the ability to do it seamlessly. Okay, so for another example, merchants on commerce, so you will be able to charge money from different merchants on different occasions. All of this requires an intensive third-party integration system. Okay, and you want to be able to categorize your content and distribute it in such way. So you want to be able to filter it, build it, and deliver it. So if you want to do tomorrow a section on your platform that is dedicated to a certain topic, you want to be able to seamlessly take all the assets, the VODs, the live, and everything, and move it to this section with no necessity of uploading new apps or creating new apps for that. Okay. Those are the points that I think that each and every person who operates or want to operate an OTT system should have or should bear in mind when is going to this project. That's pretty much at the moment what I want to show you on this. And I will talk very, very briefly about what we offer to our own clients in one slide, so you know what we do also besides presenting challenges. So we have a platform that is an end-to-end platform, from the ingest of content, if it's linear, live, VOD, events, okay, all the video processing, and then it goes to our CMS, where we can put categorization onto it, distribute it, add marketing, add BI, okay, add commerce, do fast channels, record live to VOD, all of this within one system, okay? And then you deliver it. And we deliver to different type of places. Obviously, our own apps, which we covered already in the previous slides. And then we do syndication to leading social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Right? We syndicate to third parties through MRSS outputs such as Roku, LG, Samsung, and so on. Okay. And all of this you will find in one system doing everything. We control our own apps, we control the layout, we control the content, everything within one system. I would love to tell you more, but this is not the purpose of this presentation. So if you want to know more, please contact me. In the meantime, it has been a pleasure to talk to you guys, and we are here and available to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much.